the arm might have grabbed the tool, it might have come down and half swapped too.
Yep.
It'll still go and put them back and fix it for you. Yeah. Okay, so this yeah, they want you to close to cancel. We got touchscreen on? Yes, it's on, but just cancel. Yeah. Okay, so the F1 to 4 keys, you'll use these in various pages of the control. So for instance, if we go to edit, you'll see down the bottom here, F1 for menu, F2 to select, F4. So there's a couple of examples there. If we were in memory and we were in graphics, F3 slows the speed down, F4 speeds it up, F2 does a zoom. So yeah, we'll go through some more examples of that, but yeah, you will use, when you're in list programs, you want to copy a program.
Yep. You
use F2, files F3. If you've got a USB in there, you'll see system come up. So yeah, these are used throughout your control to do different things. This button here, tool offset measure, it's used to set tool offsets. Now, because you have the Renishaw probe, now which is in, well, the tool setting probe is the OTS here.
Yep.
That's that one. So what the machine will bring that under the tool, and it'll come down and touch the tool. We'll run through that.
Yep.
But that will set tool offsets. If you, just for example, if we were to say it was tool 20, I've come down to the top of my job, or onto a tool presetter. Say that was the top of my job there. You found the top. You would go to your offsets page under the length geometry column and hit tool offset measure, and it'll say, is this greater than setting 142? That's just an offset change tolerance. You can change that, but you say yes, and it'll give you a value here. Okay, so but you're not likely to use that because you've got the probing. Next tool, this button will put the next tool in the spindle. So where current tool is 5, this should go and put, you can actually change the way it works, but it should go and put tool 6 in to the spindle. Okay, and if you have a look up here, we're now tool 6. Okay, so this button usually works only after you press this, and then it's just designed to get you through setting tools a bit quicker.
Okay.
Tool release, this button is the same as this button. So what we're going to do, we're going to double check if it's turned off, because you can actually, okay, I'm looking for if it was a UMC 750, this trams out on the wire, not the bottom. I'm going to check if this setting is on or not, but I'm going to obviously, okay, see it's saying function locked. So that button's locked out. If you want to use that button, if you had a really big tool and you needed 2 hands, if you go to settings, we'll go back to, I'd say it's on the control panel, and that's it there, tool release lockout. So if you turn that off, this button will work. Okay, but we'll leave it on for now. Part 0 set, this is for setting work offset. So again, if you didn't have the Renishaw probe, we're on tool offsets here. If we want to go to work offsets, we've either got a cursor up to the work, or we can press F4, okay, and this will switch to the work offset page. So you would come to a new work offset which you want to set. Again, you'd find your X and Y position, or one at a time. Say that was your X position. You would hit part 0 set, and it will populate the values there. Okay.
Alright.
Over here we've got chip forward, chip stop, and chip reverse. So this machine's got the chip auger in there. So you've got to, door has to be shut. So chip forward. You'll get a little icon up here for conveyor. Okay, and you'll just hear it moving. Yeah, you can see in there. So that'll be on, and that'll get your swarf out. Now,
Yep.
to stop it, you could hit stop. You could hit reset. You could have an M code in the program for M36 is part sketch, M30, M21's tail stop, M30. All the chip on M33. Sorry, M31's on, M33 stop. Okay.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yep, but otherwise
reset
stop it.
also stops. To go reverse, you've got to hold the button down. Okay, it won't go. Now the only reason you'd go reverse if something got jammed in there. If it gets jammed in there, it'll automatically reverse.
Oh right.
Because it'll
Got
sense an
some feedback,
overcurrent. Yeah. But if you wanted to, sometimes you drop something down there.
Yep.
And you can't quite get it until you back it out. You would just hold the button down. Okay.
Yep.
But as soon as you release it, it stops.
And it's not going to do anything if there's not enough swarf there to.
No, it's
push it out.
happy to keep running
Okay.
for ever and ever. These are your jog keys. So when in handle jog mode, right? So this is handle jog mode. You'll see this yellow line is telling us what motor or what axis is active. So if we touch this handle jog wheel, this hand wheel, it will move Z. So if I and we can jog with the door open.
Yep.
Okay. And this is the speed that this runs on is governed by which jog rate we're on. So this one is 1 millimeter at a time. Okay. This one is point. If I just zero out the distance to go. Okay. So if I put it on this one and I do one click of this manual pulse generator, I'll get 1 millimeter. Okay. This one is 0.1. Okay.
Wow.
This one is 0.01, 10 micron. Okay, and then this one is 1 micron at a time. Okay. Yeah. So if you keep moving that, it looks like nothing's happening, right? Because it's basically moving. You can get a millimeter, 2 millimeters, but if you put on this one, you will get a heap of movement, right? So.
Yep.
So these are the axis selectors, right? But so if I want to move X now, I can hit X, and I'm now moving X. But they call these jog keys. So this is hand wheel, and then this is jog. So to get jog, you actually hold the button down, okay, and it will
Right,
travel.
true.
Now this becomes directional, right? So I've pressed X positive, so I'm moving the tool in a positive direction. If I press minus, it will go in a minus direction. And then I say Y, I want to minus towards me,
All right.
but it's the table moving that way.
Interesting.
And then Z minus is down towards the table.
Can you move diagonally?
No, not in
No.
a jog. Yeah.
Okay.
If you put the jog lock on,
Yeah. Okay.
okay, and then you go Z minus, okay, it will travel down.
Oh right.
You can go back up. So say
Jeez.
if you change axes, it will stop. You can go in an opposite direction in the same axis. It'll let you do that. But as soon as you select a different axis, it takes the lock off,
Oh,
and
okay.
then you've got to reselect the lock.
That seems
So this
like
is good
safe.
to say we wanted to face something. Yeah.
Oh,
Turn the
right.
spindle on, 4,000 RPM. Okay, it's telling us the device is not playing. Fair enough. Thanks for telling us that. So I'm going to type in 4,000.
Yep.
And then forward. I'm going to put the lock on. I'm going to select X axis and I'm going to just let it
Oh, right.
cut the job. I might press feed hold. I might move a bit in Y. I might put the lock back on and go back that way. You know what I mean? So you can quite quickly machine something just by hand. And again, reset stops everything. Okay.
Yep.
So these are your jog keys. Now, to select the B and the C, you would just hit. They've got A and C for different configurations, but yeah, basically you press one of them, you'll get B. To get the C, you're going to do a shift. Okay, so C is your
Oh right.
table.
Oh, okay.
And then shift B, you'll get that.
B minus.
Yeah.
B. Oh right. That's how you jog that.
Okay,
Right.
yeah. So that'll get you your 120 right around. Okay, so yeah. Alright.
Yep.
Now over here we've got coolant up, coolant down, and auxiliary coolant. So over here, this is controlling your programmable coolant nozzle. Okay. So if we turn the coolant on with the coolant button, okay, you'll see it obviously shoots out at an angle. Now, if you look up here on the offsets page, it's got coolant position of 12. Well, this is a 34 position unit.
Yep.
So if you press down, you can control it and go back up. So what you'll do is you'll find where you want that jet of coolant to settle. Let's say it's there.
Yep.
We look at the position. It's on 12. Okay,
Yep.
up there.
Yep.
And then over here, you've got another column for coolant position.
All right.
So you would put that value in there, okay, and
Yep.
that's where every time it calls up that tool, it will bring the nozzle to there. Now to turn the coolant off, we could press coolant, or we could just hit reset. Okay. Now the auxiliary coolant button, that turns on your through spindle coolant. Now this machine does have it. Okay.
Yep.
You've got a separate motor there.
Yep.
So now if we go and turn that on, you'll get a blast through the spindle. There's no pull. Yeah. And then to turn it off, you can hit the button again, or you can hit reset.
That's when you're doing big drill jobs through. Or do you want that on all the time, or?
Oh look, sometimes it's good to have it on. This tool itself has no holes in the cutter. Alright, so it's not, but however, sometimes if you use a collet that's not sealed, it does actually come through like little knives, and but the trouble is when you turn the spindle on, you'll see it sprawl out, like it almost looks like it's flinging it. So yeah, really it's most effective when you've got a cutter or a drill. Best with drills.
Just with drills.
Yeah, because they've got holes that go right through to the tip, and you're in a hole. There's no way. It's designed to get that, flush those chips back out. So yeah, that's what it's really designed for. You can still use it for milling cutters, but yeah, it's not as effective. It just sprays shit everywhere. So if we turn the coolant on, and now we turn on the spindle, and this will remember its last speed, so it was 4,000. So it kind of just so for that it's not particularly effective, but it's still obviously coolant spray. So yeah.
Yep.
But I honestly think if you were to put a camera up the spindle line there, you would see all that coolant's it's actually flinging away from the tool. Yeah, it's actually near useless. But it's still wetting the job. But yeah, it's all right. So we've covered these. Now down here, these are all your overrides. Okay, so when you're